As a little girl, I thought the epitome of success consisted of fast cars, flashy clothes, mansions in Beverly Hills, and traveling to Switzerland for ski trips. Yes, I still believe this to a certain extent. I mean, a ski trip to Switzerland sounds very palatable, but I figured out that success is more than mere economic and materialistic gain. People can still suffer in mansions, in their fancy cars, and on their luxurious getaways. Money doesn't fill the void, it just puts a veil over it. I realized this when I was in the later years of my elementary school days after reflecting on my even younger self. I was a very wanty kid. Notice how I didn't say needy, because everything I wished for were things I didn't actually need. Toys, Claire's merchandise, jewelry from Justice, and a plethora of other nonsense. When lounging in these past memories, I discovered the lack of satisfaction the juvenile mind comes with and how we often forget to appreciate the things we already have. However, true satisfaction spans beyond just materialistic objects. There is more to life than jewelry and plastic toys. My little toys and jewelry cannot give love. Only those around us can do that. So here are the things that make me rich. The love for my guinea pigs, even though they see me as a cue for food. The love for my friends and how they never fail to bring me joy. And the love for my family to the moon and beyond. That's what makes me successful and endlessly wealthy. I give love and I get love, and I find the fascination in the little things in life. Success is a very broad term. Some may feel successful landing that business deal at work, while I find it a success to find a pint of ice cream my mom brought from Trader Joe's. French vanilla, if you were wondering. It's all about our own personal perspective. As for the passions I hold in life, I will say that I've always found myself to have a particular attraction to animals and the natural world. I was the weird little kid in elementary school making homes for ladybugs, and these weren't your regular homes. This was a ladybug paradise. The property featured a hole in the ground, a pistachio shell for a bed, a large leaf for a roof held up by a small stick, and blades of grass to be a fluffy rug. Obviously, every little kid loves animals, but this passion never seemed to fade away in my teen years. I believe passions that are not pursued are just dreams, so I like to turn my dreams into a reality. I never thought in a million years I would find myself working in close contact with wild animals like you see at the safari park or zoo, but with a single phone call, I found myself a month later working in close contact with the owls and falcons. Today, I give presentations and educate the general public about raptors, while also working with an array of other animals. To this day, I'm not sure whether this trait was acquired through nurture or nature, but regardless, I think this gift cannot be snuffed. For the social side of my life, it's been a journey, to say the least. Towards the beginning of spring and freshman year, which I should remind you that this year was completely online, sports began opening back up. My dad offered for me to join the track team, and understand this offer was made during a time where I was very unsocialized, so it was petrifying to step onto the field after an extended time of online learning. Due to the pressure, I actually quit. This sudden decision wasn't the end, though. Exactly 1 year later, I found myself back on the team better than ever. What changed? Freshman year, I wasn't slow nor exhausted from the workouts. I simply lacked the mental strength to continue, which is often overlooked. Making friends sophomore year brought me out of my social isolation turtle shell, and I built up all the lost social connections from quarantine. Senior year, I even went for a reach and joined cross country. Now, when many people hear the word running, they think, ew. I get it. Running was not my odyssey in middle school either. That's why I secretly love distance running. It feels like my own guilty pleasure. I'm so conditioned to running at this point that it's turned into a meditative process where I can gather my thoughts and center my mindset. As proof of my love for running, I recently participated in the Vista Strawberry Run 5K at the bright and early time of 7:30 a.m., and it was 100% worth it. Speaking of running, Sha'Carri Richardson is one of the fastest women in the world, with her record-breaking achievements, and as she plans to take this mentality to the 2024 Olympics this year. What really invested me in her story was her extremely positive outlook on life, despite her past hardships. To be quite honest, I never considered myself the biggest sports fan, even though I competed on track. Heck, I thought the Dodgers was a football team in New York. However, I did find a lot of fascination in watching pro track meets, which is how I found Sha'Carri Richardson. Her first claim to major fame was in 2020, since she qualified for the Tokyo Olympics. Even with her qualification, her entrance was denied to represent the United States due to a minor misdemeanor in the Olympic rules, which enraged the world because her offense did not enhance her athletic ability in any shape or form, nor did it even inhibit her fellow competitors. Despite this, not just the misdemeanor, nor the recent death of her mother, along with other hardships, she's now competing this year again and is committed to the Paris Olympics. Richardson is the definition of persistence. She will go out onto the field whether the world wants it or not, and do not be mistaken, she will win. She's often recognized for her athletic ability, but many forget that her success mainly stems from the fact that she grinds, she works hard, and she has a lot of dedication, which makes her great. I take this same dedication and apply it to my own academics in order to craft myself into the perfect applicant for a future college. And that's what I'm going to talk about here. Sometimes plans change, and mine most certainly did. Recently, I found myself making a last-minute decision that determines the next 4 years of my life. In March, I was denied for a college that absolutely shattered me. Not even waitlisted, I was fully denied. But luckily, I was accepted to UC Santa Cruz, which is a beautiful and academically inclined school. I committed, and I was set on that decision. I'm currently recording this video on May 30th, 2024. And exactly 6 days ago, I received a message from the college that shattered my heart months before to check my account for a new status update. I was skeptical at first when receiving the email, but I still opened it. Upon clicking, I was greeted with a fall of digital confetti with a big congratulations from UC Santa Barbara. I still don't know exactly what happened within the system or who determined this sudden change, but an opportunity like this was one I did not pass up on. I said yes, immediately. This upcoming autumn, I can't wait to officially be a gaucho. In the earlier half of my high school, my interest in STEM-related subjects was relatively low. I always had this mentality that it was not relevant to me, as I knew I was never going to pursue it later. Well, look where I am now. Something changed. When it came to the college application season, I did not major in undeclared. Instead, I clicked biology. What initiated this life pivot was going into my internship in a science-focused career. And by working and studying animals, I consider myself a scientist, for sure. And although my grades do not triumph in STEM courses, do you really think that's going to stop me? Absolutely not. My persistence is more important than my initial ability. With attentive growth and learning, I know I will be capable of great things at UC Santa Barbara this upcoming autumn. I did show signs of my interest at an early age. My absolute dream job was being a veterinarian from kindergarten to 5th grade. Teachers would make us take that photograph of ourselves with the chalkboard sign with the job we said we wanted, and every time I knew exactly what I would write on it. I don't believe people are fully denied or defined by their careers, but I believe some people's careers can bring them a lot of guidance. I'm not sure if I will pursue the veterinary field, but if it is, let it be so. Thank you.